Hello, and welcome to City View, a show about what's going on in the City of Salina government. In this episode, we'll take a look at the Community Art and Design program. We'll also tell you about the Rec Zone notification service and let you know how to start, stop, or move your water and trash service. But first, here's a quick recap of the actions taken by the City Commission at their July 22nd meeting. Commissioners held the Lower Smoky Hill Water Supply Access District Board meeting, approving its 2025 budget and an operations agreement with the Kansas Division of Water Resources. At their regular meeting, the City Commission declared the former Ambassador Hotel to be a dangerous structure and ordered it to be either repaired or demolished. Commissioners approved issuing industrial revenue bonds to Superior Contracting and Manufacturing for construction of 2 buildings. After approving the consent agenda, the City Commission set August 12th as the date of a public hearing on the 2025 budget. Commissioners approved Feast on the Fae as a special event and authorized consumption of alcohol at the event. The City Commission took several actions concerning land owned by the Salina Airport Authority at Centennial Road and Waterwell Road, approving annexation, a zoning change, a development agreement, and authorizing an engineering feasibility report for infrastructure improvements. Finally, Commissioners authorized an engineering feasibility report for relocation of a water line at the Salina Airport Terminal Building and approved a development agreement for land at the northwest corner of I-135 and Waterwell Road. The next City Commission meeting will take place on Monday, August 12th at 4 p.m. in room 107 of the City County Building. The meeting agenda will be available on Friday, August 9th on the city's website, salina-ks.gov. Salina City Commission meetings are available to view on Salina TV, Cox Cable Channel 20, as well as on the city's Facebook page and YouTube page. For Channel 20 schedule information, please visit salina-tv.com. If you're moving soon, it's easy to start, stop, or move your water service. Just go to salina-ks.gov/water-department and you'll see links to start, stop, or move your service. Click on the appropriate link and fill out the form. You can also start, stop, or move your sanitation service with the same form. If you have any questions, please call the Water Department at 785-309-5740. For sanitation questions, please call 785-309-5750. Offices are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you or your family members participate in parks and recreation programs, you're encouraged to sign up for Rec Zone. With Rec Zone, receive instant text alerts for weather cancellations, special events, program updates, and other news and announcements for parks and recreation activities. Sign up is easy and it's free. Just go through a simple sign-up process and select the groups you wish to receive information from. To sign up, go to salinaparks.com and click on the Rec Zone link. For questions, please call Salina Parks and Recreation at 785-309-5765. Salina's Community Art and Design program was initiated in 2000 to include art and design in selected city projects. Salina Arts and Humanities administers the program with review and recommendations from the Community Art and Design Committee. I recently spoke with Crystal Hammerschmidt, Art Services Coordinator, about the Community Art and Design program. Here are some highlights from our conversation. But the Community Art and Design program has been around for quite a while. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that came to be?
Yeah, so, the Arts and Humanities was founded in 1966, and over the years, thinking about Salina's, we've had a really rich cultural and creative community, but I think there was an understanding that the outward appearance of sort of that vibrancy was not matching, like what was really existing. And then in 2000, it was a resolution to form the CAD committee. So supporting and kind of really officiating a city policy on how to manage to public art. And that has grown over time. And certainly I see that growing and the ways that we're addressing public art and how our collection is growing over time.
Can you tell us a few examples of what we see in the community that's a result of the Community Art and Design program?
Yeah, I think maybe generally when we think about art, we think about paintings, and certainly we see murals across the city in different scales, some international artists to local artists, and that's very clear. But some of the things that maybe we don't think about are some of these big capital improvement projects. And that's when the city is building a new facility, and it may have a space that's available to integrate art and design. And that's part of this CAD policy of being able to engage professional artists to enhance the look of our community and the buildings. And it's not just an aesthetic or just pure beautification. Oftentimes, these art integration projects are taking something that's a need that exists. So a great example of that is at the Field House downtown, where you see those like really intricate like metal screens out front of the building. So those were a part of a major CIP process, a collaboration with an artist and a manufacturer, and the whole point of those was to screen off that front lobby. So it was a way we have a policy that engages those artists and how we go through that, engaging a site committee, people from the community to talk about what's the need and what's really practical. And certainly that goes through processes, reviews, and to the City Commission. But that's such a unique example of what public art is because it serves a function. Without that there, they would have had to install blinds or something else that maybe were more traditional when it comes to architecture or taking care of design. But our city policy opened that up for something creative in that space to resolve an absolutely functional need.
Yeah. But I think it's important to note that arts and humanities staff are not alone in this endeavor. You have a whole community art and design committee that works with you, and that's all citizens who volunteer their time to help out with this. So tell us about what the community art and design committee actually does when they meet, what they talk about.
So we meet every month on the third Tuesday, except for December and June. We definitely take June as a break. It's festival season. So we meet every month, and some of the work we continue is how to, I would say there's levels of conversations, higher philosophical of how we engage the community and how do we reach other committee members. But also there's times where we are working on projects that are more of an annual, you have kind of a cycle of things. Acceptance of people's choice, placement of people's choice, and like with Salina Downtown, going through that call and that review of those things becomes an annual process. So there's always things that, like we have an annual cycle of responsibilities, but sometimes there's just new stuff that comes to us. And I think it's nice that we have the opportunity to kind of have a elevated conversation about our cultural engagement, our visual arts engagement around the city.
And we should mention that all of these meetings are open to the public.
Yes.
And you can find the meeting agendas and the minutes on the city's website, which is salina-ks.gov. And so that's all public information that you can access and read. And we invite you to show up to some meetings just as an observer to see what the Community Art and Design Committee does.
Yeah, and we have a Facebook page, the CAD page, so there's, we post on there, so feel free to join that. And, we're always, every year we go through a cycle of either re-upping membership, so if there's an expression of interest, that can be found on the city website also.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of City View. For more information about any aspect of the City of Salina government, visit the city's website at salina-ks.gov. And be sure to follow us on our social media channels. We'll be back with an all-new episode of City View on Friday, August 9th. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.